I gotta do make sure my mic is right. Let me turn this down. Do that right now. Let me see if I can brighten that up a little bit. I wonder if there's any way I can send this to myself. Let me see. Send next mail. Send it to. Hold up. Ain't nobody looking anyway. But what's good? Let's say something. Talk while I'm trying to figure this out. I'm always trying to figure something out in the beginning. Trying to send this to myself so I can excuse me, clear my throat. I was trying to send something to myself on my email. But first of all, welcome. So as y'all see, all people who viewed or watched, I've always had at the top the Simple Genius stream. So I know last week I was having a conversation with myself uh, about switching the name from the Simple Genius stream, which is technically what it is, to the Simple Genius show, just because it's more. I feel like it'll give people the expectation of what they're gonna get. Uh, Even though it is a stream, technically it's more like a podcasty type situation. So I switched the name. It's officially official now. The Simple Genius Show on Twitch, and we are on YouTube live right now. Um yeah, I just forgot to hit record too, so we're recording now. But yeah, I just sent some stuff to myself, so let me go check on the outs. Gmail. I know ain't nobody watching, but I'm gonna speak like I am talking to somebody. Like I have an audience. Who I send it to? Yep, it is image. I had to send a picture to myself. Download, so I can just have it open. Come on, what are you doing? Can I save it? Save. What is this doing here? There we go. It shouldn't take that long, but but yeah. So I was supposed to be streaming earlier, but I gotta tell y'all something crazy happened to me. Well, not crazy, too crazy, but so I went to the store earlier and they had you know, they had crabs on sale, crab legs, which I told y'all is like the only thing I eat. There we go. Let me just keep that right there. Which is like the only thing I eat as far as crabs is crab legs and crab cakes. So they had crab legs on sale. So I got me some crab legs steamed, you feel me? And they had some shrimp on sale, so I got some shrimp. So I'm at home eating, enjoying my seafood. And then all of a sudden, like, well, first, no, let's go back. So I was trying to come, I came down here to set up the stream because I knew I was like, all right, I'm gonna eat. Then I'ma stream, and then you feel me, do whatever I gotta do for the rest of the day. So as I'm down here doing that, I'm eating shrimp. So I had like maybe 5 shrimp, some cocktail sauce, nothing deep. So everything regular. So I go back upstairs, and then I start eating my the crab legs. Going in, had the garlic butter with the Old Bay, with the Old Bay on them, heavy. I told him to put heavy Old Bay on it, but so I'm eating, and then all of a sudden it was weird. I just started itching, like it felt like something was crawling on my face and on my head. So I'm like, I can't scratch my hands because you feel me. I had hands filled with Old Bay and crab shells or whatever, whatever. So I go wash my hands, go in the bathroom. Well, no, I didn't go in the bathroom first. I ain't gonna lie, I just scratched my face and was because the crab legs was hitting. They was hitting. So I start eating again some more crab legs, and then I just noticed like it was still itching after I scratched. Like it was like you scratch the first time, it's like all right, maybe it's just a little. Maybe I thought I had like obey or something got on my face or something. Like I might have wiped my hands on my face or something by mistake. So I'm like, all right, I just use the paper towel, rinse water, whatever, wipe my face real quick, wipe my hands, wash my hands, and went back in, and it was still itching. So I'm like, something's not up, something's not right. Excuse me. So I'm like, all right. So that's when I wash my hands again. This is after the second round of me eating some crab legs. Uh, so I go wash my hands, and then I go in the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look and see what's going on, cause my joint itching like crazy. Well, I done broke out in some hives or something. So I'm like, yo, I'm looking at what I got on. I'm like, yo, I know I ain't like dirty. My stuff is clean. Like, the only thing I could think about was like, all right, maybe I just put some Old Bay on my face or something. But I'm like, it shouldn't be itching like that. I have Old Bay all the time. Like, so anyway, I ain't panic. I'm like, all right, it's itching, but I already know what's going on. Probably got a allergic reaction or something. So long story short, called my wife. She was like, "Well, we got Benadryl in the cabinet." So I took a Benadryl. That was at like probably like 4 when I did that. So it stopped itching or whatever. But I still had the hives on my face, so I was like, I can't get on here with the hives on my face. And I took the Benadryl, so about like 6:30, I was like woozy, sleep. So I fell asleep on the couch, and then I was like, man, I'm about to just go to get in this bed real quick, take a little nap. Mind you, I said 6 o'clock, 6:30 ish. Do y'all know I did not get up until like 1 o'clock this morning? It's 3 now, so that was about 2 hours ago. I'm like, yo, but I don't know if you can see. I ain't got no highs. You feel me? Still, you feel me? Handsome as ever. Benadryl work. I ain't itching. So, but yeah. So now I'm up. I had plans. Well, I ain't had plans today. It's Sunday. Um, so I'm going to church. I plan on going to the gym at 7. Um, when they open. So and then y'all know what time it is later. We ain't even gonna speak on it right now because that ain't what I want to speak about. But y'all see the boy in the back. Yeah, I ain't even. I'm still unhealed. But anyway, what's good to whoever is viewing? Shout out to you. Um. Oh yeah, let me put that on. I ain't stunting on. You feel me? I don't care. Y'all can see that I ain't got no viewers. Viewers one on Twitch. So shout out to whoever's viewing me on Twitch right now. Uh, Send a hello or whatever. I say what's up. 'Cause I don't know who it is, but I ain't even checked to see if the it should be working, but I always like to check just to make sure. Make sure the sound is working. Hold on, guys. I'm definitely live on YouTube. Hello or whatever. I say what's up. So I don't know who it is, but oh yeah, that's clear. I like that. And then let me go on Twitch. So I definitely got to get my YouTube following up. I ain't really been ever since I've been talking about trying to go live. I ain't really been pushing it like that, but I'm going to. Okay, I'm definitely live on Twitch. Okay, I'm definitely live on Twitch and clear. I'm definitely live on Twitch and clear. Definitely live. All right. So that's that. But yeah, so like I said, I woke up at like it was like literally it was one first, then I was like, nah, I'm about to. I mean, I'm here now, so I'm about to just go back to sleep. Could woke up at like, well, I ain't even wake up. I ain't go back to sleep. It's like 1:05. So I was like, all right. Then I looked at my phone. Lo and behold, I forgot UFC was the day. So my boy John Bones Jones was about to come on. So I came downstairs and put the fight on. He was fighting I don't know how to pronounce dude's name. It start with an M. But John Bones Jones handled business like he always does. Um, so I only seen John Bones Jones lose. I've been watching John Bones Jones since he been fighting since he was like literally 1-0 in the UFC. I remember, and the only fight I ever saw him lose was because of disqualification. So he's really undefeated, and the only reason why he got the loss that he got was because I think he like, cause that's when I think he like elbowed somebody. I think dude had him. See, I would have to go back. Let me see if I can go back to that loss. I set it up so I can kind of show what's on my screen too. Let me see. Let's go to John's Bones Jones. See, I can exit out all this other stuff. John Bones Jones loss. Disqualification fight. I remember this fight. Matt Hamill. That's who he lost to. Yep, and he elbowed him. Like I said, it was an elbow. So I'm gonna show y'all. We still rocking, baby. We still rocking. So let me go to the live, and then we can so y'all can see what I see. So y'all see his only loss was because of this. Let me see. Let's go back. And just think now, shit, that's what everybody do to win. So yeah, that was his only loss ever that I seen him have. So um he's undefeated. So they say he has 20 straight wins. So that means he's 21-1. But I mean, he had problems back in, a couple years ago where I think it was like a steroid issue, or I know he was on drugs, he was depressed and stuff like that. So he did thank God afterwards, even though he did also do the Trump dance while Trump was there. I remember his brothers too. His brothers played football. Um, Chandler Jones played for the Raiders and the Cardinals. And then Arthur Jones, he played for the Ravens. I definitely remember him. He was a D tackle. Yeah, I remember him. So, but yeah, shout out to Jones. Uh, Knocked out my boy with that kick, the back kick. He said, "Casablau." It's like, God damn, he felt that. But I mean, that was the third round too. He was winning him pretty much. He was tagging him up that whole third round. I'm like, it's only a matter of time. Like, dude was hitting him, but Johns Bones Jones was like, nah, bro. Nah, brother. Speaking of fights, man, that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight last night, I watched that too. Um, I don't know, cause coming up into the fight, I'm like, all right, Mike focus. And then I don't watch boxing like that, so I always get caught up in like, all right, the big matchups. You feel me, or the hoopla about like you feel me, the advertisement of the you feel me, the actual fight. So the fight was supposed to happen in July, and Mike Tyson, he got sick, so um, so he didn't fight. Jake Paul ended up fighting some other dude and winning, and then um, so I'm like, all right. Then they fought yesterday, which was November the 16th. So that's what 3 4 months right after. You could tell Jake Paul was tired when he was fighting, but Mike is 58 years old, dog. When he walked down that ramp with that knee brace on, I said, "Oh no." I said, "Dead man walking," because that's what he looked like. He was scared. He looked like, why am I doing this right now? Like, I just got being healthy, and now I'm about to let this young big white dude beat on me? Because at the end of the day, it's boxing. Yes, it's an exhibition, but you still getting hit. Like, I'm hitting you and you hitting me. So you ain't young like you used to be, Mike. I'm sorry. Like, I know everybody got caught up in the hoopla of the Iron Mike, and yes, Mike's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I understand all that. But you're 58 years old, and he's like 20 something years old. Dog, sit your old ass down. He looked like he was about to. Oh, he looked like he was walking, like he saw the Grim Reaper in when he was walking to the ring. I'm like, Mike is gonna lose this fight. I knew at that point he was losing that fight. So they fight, you know. And don't get me wrong, Mike do some good punches in that first round. You know, he came out aggressive like them first two rounds. But once round three hit, they both was tired. You could tell that. Jake Paul was tired. He was winded. I don't know how much he really trained for the fight. I'm sure he trained somewhat. But like I said, he just fought in July. He looked tired. Mike Tyson, like I said, after them first two rounds, even in the second round, like he slowed down. And I think Jake Paul really hit him with one, like stumbled him. Like, oh, I'm like, oh god, he's going down. But I do really feel because Jake Paul did say he was like, all right, I ended up taking it easy on Mike. Like, I believe that because I feel like after round three, Mike was winded. That knee got the buckling. Like everybody joking about him biting his like he was trying to stay alive. It looked like, to be honest, Mike, don't do that again. I know the 20 million is that's a big bag, but dog, don't do that again. We can get you some money, put you in another hangover or something, cause that's dangerous at 58, bro. But even up into the fight, like I said, I bought into the hoopla. Like I'm thinking Mike, he aggressive, like he coming out, which I didn't like. I didn't like this. What I'm about to say. Um, he did an interview with the young girl Jazzy, who be doing like interviewing like everybody. Um, she asked him something. What she asked him? She asked him. Oh, she asked him what was his legacy, or what would you want your legacy to be? And he went real dark on the little girl, talking about some, oh, ain't no such thing as legacy. Nobody gives a F about legacy. You know why? Because you're just going to die. I'm like, yo, come on, yo. Right now, I know you got kids. She a young girl. I mean, but she was real professional. I do give it to her. She was real professional. She handled it well. Like, oh, okay. Never heard that answer before. Come on, Mike. I don't know whether he was just in character or, you feel me, his mindset was on kill. But if you doing a little, you feel me, you know it's a little fun interview with the little girl. Give us something. Don't talk about something. I don't care about legacy. Cause when I die, nobody's gonna care anyway. Nobody cares about legacy. I'm like, yo, Mike. Even right there, it sounds like you ready to go. Like, so you ready for somebody to take you out. So I didn't like that. And then, of course, the post fight when he slapped Jake Paul, I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? And when he hit him, I'm like, even then, I'm like, yeah, that white boy took that hit like it won't nothing. So I mean, everybody's scared, like, oh, I don't want to take it. Yeah, you don't, but I mean, Jake Paul a boxer at the end of the day, so he's taking punches. I'm pretty sure some hard ones. And 58-year-old Mike Tyson punch you ain't like 20-year-old Mike Tyson punch you. He a little older, like I said, he was sick earlier this year. He ain't got that same. You could tell when he came out. And then of course the hoopla, Jake Paul got all hyped afterwards. I'm like, come on, man. But I mean, they did what they had to do. They came. They packed out Jerry's World for sure. That thing was packed. That thing was packed. I can only imagine how much those tickets were. But I was mad because I missed the Well, I ain't miss it. I saw like the tail end of the women's fight with Seriano. That's who I was rooting for. I don't know if she got robbed. I would have to relook at the fight. I ain't relook at it. I saw the end of it. Her eye was busted though, busted real bad. Um, but they said they kept headbutting her, or the girl kept headbutting her. And I didn't know she went up 2 classes just to fight the girl. So I mean that right there is, I mean that's a feat in itself. She still, like she said, I'm still the champion in the featherweight division. So, but they'll probably fight again. That was a good fight. I think that's the second time they fought. So I think she lost the first time too. But we'll see. Like I said, I ain't really a big boxing fan. It was on Netflix, so I watched that um, last night when I came home. Uh, Cause last night we went to see, well, not last night, cause last night was technically Saturday, cause this is Sunday morning, early. Um, but on Friday night, uh, me and Danielle went to go see Just Hilarious. So initially, so I bought her the tickets because she loves Desi. Desi, I think his name's Desi Alexander. Yeah, I think his name's Desi Alexander. But anyway, she follow him on TikTok or whatever. She loves his skits or whatever. And she always be asking me like, I'm trying to get me tickets to go see Desi. So the last time he was close to us, I had to work, so I couldn't get the tickets. Well, I didn't get the tickets. Not that I couldn't get them. So, um, I found out he was going to be opening for Just Hilarious uh Friday. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get her the tickets. I'm off. But she got off. She gets off at 5. The show start usually, usually shows they start at like 8, 9. This show started at 7. So I'm like, all right, that's crunch time because she get off at 5. Um, the kids, like my son, he ain't even get home till like 4. He had uh football practice, so we had to get him to football practice at 6. My daughter, she is on the JV basketball team for the high school, so she had practice. She didn't get out till 5:30, later 5:30. So you know, you got to be a parent, get everything done before you have your fun. So it was kind of crunch time. We ain't even leave the city till probably like 6:15 ish. And mind you, the show started at 7. So I'm like, all right, we already gonna be there after 7. So I was trying to push to get up there by 7:30, but Northern Virginia traffic, we was in traffic, so ended up getting up there probably around like right at 8, maybe right at 8. So I'm like, all right, the show don't supposed to start till, I mean, be over till 9:30. So I'm like, all right, I'm thinking to myself, because we've been in comedy shows before where, you get a couple of openers and then the main person come on. So I know it's them too. So I'm like, all right, it's gonna be at least one more person before them. Do like a little 15, 20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, we might miss some of his set, but we should get there at least to see some of it. Man, we ain't even get there. When we get there, Just Hilarious was on the stage already. I don't know whether she had just started or she had just got on there, but we missed Desi. So I kind of felt bad because that was not saying that she didn't want to see Jess, but the main reason for me getting the tickets was so she could see Desi. So unfortunately, we missed his set, And then Just said at the end he usually do some more time, but he had a baby, so he had to get to his wife. His wife had a kid, so we didn't see Desi this time, but we did see Just. Just was hilarious, no pun intended. But um, yeah, she was cool. She was real cool. She was funny. She was real funny. Just hilarious is just like a real funny Baltimore girl. Cause I grew up in Baltimore, so I know she talked like a Baltimore girl, act like a I don't know how she act for real, but I mean she has Baltimore girl tendencies. Uh, but she funny though. Shout out to Just Hilarious. That was a good show. Just Hilarious moving around too. She on Breakfast Club. She back on Breakfast Club. I don't know when that tour with Martin Lawrence was over or when it's gonna be over, but she was on that. So yeah, she be doing a lot of moving around. But yeah, that was Friday. I don't like this cause how you know. Hold on. Sorry guys, I got two clips. So excuse me, the streaming app that I use, so they mark up clips, but you gotta press the button to do it. So if I hit save replay, what's that gonna do? And they usually take like 45-minute clips, so I'll look back at them later when I finish. I don't know. I might get back on here later because y'all know it's football week. And my team play tonight. We play tonight, so like I said, I want to get to the gym at 7 because, for one, I told myself I was going to start going back to the gym in November because I've been slacking because I've had this freaking foot injury. Um, but I think today I'm gonna go at least 30 minutes. That's what I always tell myself. I'm gonna at least do 30, and then you feel me, work my way back to what I need to work my way back into. Cause I heard summer bodies are made in the winter, so I gotta get my joint right, get myself together. Cause hopefully I can do some traveling this summer. I'm definitely going to, most likely going to Roots again. That's in the summertime. That's it's my thing. As long as they got somebody good there, like I ain't trying to, I ain't going just to go. Like I ain't about to pay for no BS, cause them tickets ain't cheap. Then you gotta buy for not just me. I gotta get one for my wife. So then you gotta get a room, cause it's a whole weekend. So it better be somebody good. I know Dreamville. Um, they keep posting um little advertisements saying it's the 5 years, so they coming back this year. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that last year was gonna be the last year, but I guess they gotta end. You can't just end with four. You can't end at all, but J. Cole you can't end at four. So I don't know. I'm sure he'll be there. He's always at his festivals. So that mean the album coming. I ain't even think about that. Everybody keep talking about who gonna be there because I follow like this, since I went last year to Dreamville, I followed a page on Facebook that It's just like a little group thing where they just be posting like, "Who y'all think gonna be there?" Or "I went by myself this year. I need some more friends to link up with this year." Blah blah blah. So it's like one of those type of pages for the Dreamville Festival. So I don't know who gonna be there this year. I can only imagine. I can't see it being like a Drake or nobody. But I don't know if I'm going to Dreamville this year. Dreamville was cool, but I don't like how it's set up. And I'm maybe just because I'm spoiled with the Roots picnic, but I ain't like how Dreamville was set up for me. Like you should have some type of parking, not so far from the venue. Um, which I'm sure they did, but you had to figure it out. That was my first time. They ain't like they gave us, and then like the parking that they showed us that you could pay for, that joint was like mad far. I'm like, yo, I ain't about to pay no $100 to walk 2 miles. Not just 2 miles, 2 miles, and then you standing all day for the most part. I mean, yeah, spurts where you can like sit down on the ground, you get a blanket, but for the most part, you standing for 12 to 13 plus hours, and then you want me to walk 2 miles there, and then once I've stood all day, walk another 2 miles back. Yeah, or maybe I'm just not physically fit. Maybe 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 that's just what it was. I'm like, yo, that's a lot. Yo, we did that was a lot of walking, but I mean, it was a good time. Don't get me wrong. The festival itself was good. Um, that was just the worst part for me though. Me having to walk. Yeah, but I think for me to go this year, literally, it would have to be like Jay Z. Like if it's not Jay Z, I'm not going. Uh, so now Jay Z's there. I might walk the 2 miles for Jay Z. If he ain't there, not even Kendrick. Nah, I couldn't. Not even Kendrick, because I was just thinking maybe Kendrick would get me to go to Dreamville, but no. And I can't even see that even happening because of the Drake situation. I don't see Cole putting Kendrick. I mean, business wise, yes, but the way the friendships and how he, you feel me, value the friendship, I don't think he would do that to Drake or put them in that situation. So the only person that's gonna get me to Dreamville at this point is Jay. Would Kanye get me? Mm, because I seen Kanye too many times. It would if it was like the first time of me seeing Kanye, then yeah, I would go. But I've seen Kanye too many times now. Well, not too many times. I've seen him twice, but that wouldn't get me to. He wouldn't get me to come to Dreamville, not to walk 2 miles. But I went to a concert on Tuesday too. Shout out to Spotify because y'all really looked out on that one. Spotify and the Dice app and whoever IG that I found this on. So maybe around Halloweenish, um, I was on. I scroll Instagram, just you feel me, going through. So I went to one of my little R&B pages, and I feel like this is. Sorry, guys. So I went to my them little R&B pages that be just posting like throwback R&B joints, and so I'm scrolling through the stories, and it said free concert, sponsored by Spotify. Click here. So usually when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's a spam. Feel me? I don't know what told me to click it because it was mad people on there. So here's the show's lineup: Bryson Tiller, Normani, Leon Thomas, who I just saw and I love still listening to my album. Um, Ombre, Dustin Conrad, and some other guy named Jay something. Some like, and it said sponsored by Spotify, R&B night, late night, whatever it's called. So I'm like, mm, it's a random, you feel me? Plus nice lineup. I have to, you feel me, see what's up. So I clicked on it, clicked the link, and lo and behold, free. All you had to do was, you feel me, like I said, shout out to the Dice app, because all you had to do was download the app, and sign up, like put your name down, and then bam, they sent it to you. It's a ticket, free ticket. I said, shit. So immediately, text my wife. She was at work. Text her like, yo, do this right now. Cause I don't know how, cause I ain't know how long it lasted. I mean, I ain't even read to see if it was like a limited of time. You had a certain, I'm just like, yo, just do it now. You feel me? And we can figure it out later. It's free. And she loved Bryson Tiller, so that was an easy boom. She did that, so she had her ticket. So I'm like, bet. So we get to the day of the concert. So this concert, just like usual, it's in DC. It was at Howard Theater. So we had been there before, so I already knew I've been in that venue. You so all DC venues that we've been to now, I always know where to park. That's the only thing I think about is like, all right, where we gonna park, how much it's gonna cost, blah blah blah. So we've been to Howard Theater. I've been there plenty of times. So I already knew where to park. So that wasn't on my mind. I already knew where we was gonna park. So only thing I was worried about was like, all right, I know this event is free. How many people gonna be there? So I'm thinking like, all right, so it's a Tuesday night, mind you, 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, it's a work night. You feel me? Ain't nobody trying to be outside at 9 o'clock too late to feel me go to no concert, even though it is free and the people on it is crazy. And I'm like, I don't even know, cause I saw it on like I said, I saw it on my Instagram. So I don't know how other people saw it, but anyway, we get there. I'm like, all right. And maybe like a day prior, that they sent a text like, all right, it's first come, first serve. So get there, you feel me, at a reasonable time. Don't get there at 9 o'clock. I know that just from going to a concert, period. Like you don't get there when the show start. You gotta, if you want to see certain people. Like, so I told Daniel, I'm like, all right, so we gotta be there at least by, I was thinking 8, at least an hour before the doors open, because the doors open at 9. So I'm like, all right, if we there by 8, we should be good. So we get there, plan to see this plan goes into motion because it's late, so we ain't gotta worry about nothing. Uh, so we get on the road. You feel me? Get our little get our little drinks for the show. Get a little food. We on the road. Get up there. Traffic still, but like we leave at a reasonable time to like. I'm like, all right. The GPS said like we gonna get there at 8. Well, we got there like 8:15. So we got there at 8:15. So I'm like, all right, let me pull up just to see. You feel me? Do a temp check on how many people it was. So when we pulled up, I pulled up to the front of Howard Theater, and it was like, so it's like on one side they had a line, but it was like a real short line. And then on the other line, it said Dice app entry. When I tell you that line was at the front and then it hit a corner, and I don't know who's ever been to Howard Theater, but like that, the side is that block is mad long. Like I don't know what that street is right there in front of it, like right in front of Howard Theater, but it's mad long. So all I saw was people, and I'm like, okay. I did a quick drop off so I can go park real quick so I can, you feel me, assess the situation myself. I let Danielle out. So in the midst of me parking, she sends her location so I can find her. So I'm like, all right. So she already done found the spot. So hopefully she not like, too far back. So I walked from the parking spot to where her location was. I walked a whole block and all I saw was people. I'm on the phone with her, like, where you at? Like, I don't see you where you at. She said, well, just come to the back. I'm right there by the light. I said, I don't see no light. I said, I see a stop sign. Where you see the stop sign? She was like, no, I'm past that. I said, you passed that? Oh my gosh. It was so many people. Long story short, it was so many people. So we at the, I ain't at the very back of the line, but we at the back, like I can't even see the door. I can't see the front of the theater. We ain't even by the theater. That's how far back we was. We was almost by like the whole other, like we was about to, so the line was so long like it wrapped around the whole block, like the whole square block. So that's four different streets. That's how long the line was. And I'm like, yo, this is Tuesday. But like I said, the show was, I ain't gonna lie, the show had some people on it. So anyway, back to the story. So she was like, yeah. So I get to her. Sorry, I get to her. We at the line wherever we at in that line, and she's like, yeah. So when I sent your location, I think I did something because somebody messaged me on Facebook Messenger. I said, what you mean somebody messaged you on Facebook? She was like, yeah, some guy. I'm talking about somewhere where I just saw you come up to me, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. But like, let me see. So I looked at it, and she was like, wait, hold on. I know that guy. I used to work with him. I was like, you used to work with him? I was like, bet. Well, you need to go find where he at because if he closer, we can, you know what I mean, finagle our way up there. So she was like, all right, I'm gonna message him back and see where he at. So she did that, and then she ended up, you feel me, leaving. She was like, well, just stay here. I was like, all right, bet. So she come, she called me while I was still in line. She was like, yeah, just come up here. We close to the, you feel me, middle of the thing. The Lord, the Lord, nothing but the Lord. So we get where I get to is like right at the back of Howard Theater. Like we was like, so the way it is like the street that everybody was waiting on was kind of like an alley, but it was a street. So, but the back of the club or the back of Howard Theater um was right there. Like so, where the people, like all the acts and stuff come in, he was right there. So that's like that took off. Like we I ain't gonna lie, we cut in front of like at least I know a cool 600 people alone just by jumping in front of him. So we waiting in line. He a cool dude. She used to work with him a long time ago. He a cool dude. I forgot what his name was. I ain't gonna lie, but he was cool. Like he was real cool. Like we was chopping it up. I did a little interview with some app. I don't think they gonna post it though because it ain't really go that well. So dude asked me, um, it was an R&B. It was something about it was an app. I guess it's like he said, if you can't find somebody to go to a concert with, then we'll help you find one or something. That's what the app did. But he was asking me R&B questions, so I had to pick through 1 through 5. Um, so the first question he asked me was, what's your cry in the car song? So I'm like, I mean, I don't really cry that much, but I don't know. So he was like, I mean, just think of one. So I'm like, I don't know. Let's go to another question. So he went to, so then he asked me. I picked another number. He asked me, what was your teenage crush? What's your song? What's your go-to song for your teenage crush? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Teenage crush, dog. I'm 35, dog. I don't know what I was. I don't know. So I did think of a song I thought of wasn't even really an R&B song. I mean, it got R&B people on it, but I couldn't even think of the name. I was like, the Bow Wow song with Jonta Austin. He looking at me like, what is that? Because that's what I mean. I'm old, like I said, but it was the song "Can't Get You Out of My System" with T-Pain. And when I'm with somebody, all I think about is you. And I'm all alone, that's all I wanna do. Missing smiley faces on my sidekick. All the time we spend together makes it hard to get you out of my system. You don't know what you do to me. You don't even understand, damn. So that song, that's still my jam with Bow Wow. But that's the song that I thought of. But he was like, well, I don't know what that song is. So I'm like, and I couldn't think of the song, and I ain't want to go in my phone because I know it's in my phone, but I'm like, I ain't want to during his interview because he got the girl recording me, he got the, you feel me, the little mic. I'm like, I ain't want to just keep scrolling my phone. I know he trying to make content. I understand the, you feel me, content game, so I ain't want to mess him up. So he asked me another question, and then another question was like, so "What's your childhood crush?" I'm like, "Dog, you can't come up with some better questions." Excuse me. So I just was like, I thought about, I'm like, probably Brandy sitting up in my room. That's the only thing I could think of. And then he was like, wow, that's, you don't know what that is. I'm like, kids, kids, man. But yeah, I did that while I'm in line. Mind you, we was in line. So like I said, we got there at 8:15. We didn't get in the actual venue inside until probably 11, close to 11. It was like 10:50. It was 10:50. We was waiting outside that long, close to 2 hours, and it was cold. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't had no coat, and I'm dumb because my first thought process was like, yo, you should wear a coat. I'm like, or you should wear at least a scully. I'm like, nah, I should be good. I mean, I'm gonna wear pants. I ain't gonna wear no shorts because it ain't summer. I know that. So I'm like, all right, I got a pants. I had a short sleeve shirt on or whatever, and I had a, feel me, a hat. But it wasn't a scully, so that wind was blowing, so it was cold. But luckily, I ain't gonna say luckily, we was tight up in there. That's how it was so many people. Like once that line started moving, everybody rushing. You feel me? We got like real close together in togetherness. One girl had on this like wool coat, so I was close to her, so I was kind of bundled up. At least part of my arms was a little bit warm because we was squeezed up so tight trying to get in there. But we did get in, and actually, we got in at the perfect time for me because as soon as we got in, Leon Thomas was performing the song that I wanted him to perform at the last concert, which was "Yes It Is." So immediately my phone was out recording and singing. Um, he did that. He did Crash and Burn. He did Mud. He did what else he do? He did a couple joints. Oh, he did the joint with Wale, brought Wale out. And I said it once. I was like, I told Danielle, I was like, I heard the, cause I listened to the album. So once the song came on, I'm like, he ain't performed this at the other one. And we in DC, and I knew Wale. So Wale, he been here all week because he had a concert on Friday, at MGM. So I'm like, he gonna be here all week. I'm like, so once I heard that song come on, I'm like, watch Wale come out. Watch Wale come out. No soon as the verse came out, his verse came on, you hear the little, and then you hear him, and then you saw him come out. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was hyped. I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie, cause Wale is that nigga for real. So he did his verse, and then I think who came on after him. Then the DJ was playing. The DJ was killing it. I always appreciate a good DJ at a concert, just to keep the crowd, you feel me, engaged and moving. Cause sometimes it don't be no music playing. Sometimes like when you got different people on the show, it don't be like nothing in the background. It be silent. But so DJ played. Then Normani came on. Yeah, Normani was next after Leon. So I didn't know uh that she hadn't performed in 2 years. I know she dropped the album, and I guess I'm not that big of a Normani fan to keep up with her, but I hadn't I didn't know that she hadn't performed in 2 years. So technically, I was uh, witnessing history as because she that was the first time she performed anything from her album like live. So that was dope. She was cool. I did know a couple of songs that song with her and Kanye, Wild Side. Like I ain't even know she's very small. Why it sound like that? Um, she's a real tiny girl, and they bought like this stage thing to like lift her up. But I didn't when she was out. Everybody, I guess, and that's another thing I didn't know. Normani was that huge. Like I said, I guess that's why everybody had their phones out because I could barely see her when she was out. Like she was little, short, and she was dancing like low to the ground, like gyrating. So I couldn't really see. I got a couple some footage, but Danielle got more footage than me of her because she was like on the side. So everybody that was in front of me had their phones up, so I couldn't see. Um, but like I said, I only knew a couple songs. Like I knew the Wild Side. And then she got I think it's 159 with Gunna. I like that song. Mm, 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 do, mm. So, I mean, I got to see those two. So, and I got to witness history technically, because like I said, she hadn't performed in 2 years from what everybody was saying after the fact, after I read it, because they posted it on IG eventually. Like, this is her first performance in 2 years. She killed it. She did good. I ain't gonna lie. She can really sing. She did her thing. Um, then the boy came out, Tilla. So this is the second time I seen Bryson Tiller this year too, because I took my daughter um up on this little outside venue by King's Dominion um to see him. He killed it there, but the production wasn't as good as I knew it could have been because, like I said, it was an outside venue. So, like, I wanted to go see him at MGM because I'm pretty sure that show was fire. Just because of what you can do more out there than you can do at the outside venue that we was at, and like acoustics would have been way better. Like the sound would have been better. So he came out, killed it. He killed it. I ain't gonna lie. That boy talented. That boy Bryson Tiller is talented. Did the little Maria Maria, then it flipped it to the I know that see for the taking. I know I got all of you going for you. So he did that. He pretty much did this whole not his whole show. He did a lot of songs from his show because he did Don't, he did Exchange, he did Sorry Not Sorry, he did We Are the Men and We Try to Pretend with her. He did shit. What else he do? Chow. He did. I'ma take a bougie ass to the whatever you want. He did that. So he did a whole bunch of songs. He killed it though. He killed it. So, but yeah, overall that was for free. Phenomenal. One of the best shows I went to that was free. I mean, the only thing I hated was we had to wait outside in the cold. But other than that, like I ain't had nowhere to go the next day. Like I felt bad for Danielle because she had to work. Um, I was off, so uh, but yeah, it was a good concert. Excuse me, I keep burping, boy. But yeah, that was yeah, that was that. Now, yeah, I don't know. I think I might get back on here later. Probably like if I don't get back on here today, later, then I'll probably get back on definitely tomorrow. Cause tomorrow I got something to do too. Um, big things coming, big things. So we working though. Um, like I said, shout out to my one view. I ain't get nobody talking to me today, but that's cool. Um, like I said, it's a little shift from the Simple Genius stream to the Simple Genius show. Just cause aesthetically it looks better, sounds better to me, and when I tell them or when I tell people what it is, they'll it'll be less confusion. I think because I feel like not a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people know what streaming is, but they don't. I mean, they'll put two and two together, like oh, stream, podcast, blah blah blah. Or when you think of a stream, you think of like streaming video games, and not necessarily just talking like or something going on. So it's a show, Simple Genius show, simple. You get the gist of what a show is, so I ain't really gotta explain to you like, oh, what's it about? Yeah, it's a show. So it's a show. I'm gonna talk. Eventually, I'm gonna talk to people, add a little bit more production value. Hopefully, tomorrow we can got a meeting, so we can talk about doing something with that. But yeah, I just wanted to get on because, like I said earlier, was was a little down and out with the highs. I don't know what they was on my face. I had like a little, it was like a joint right there on my eye. It was like on my head, like it was just itching. My arm was itching. It's craziness. That never happened to me. So my wife think it's because of shrimp. Cause she said last time I ate shrimp this happened. I do remember it happening before, but I don't remember how it happened. It was so long ago. But she said it was she think it's shrimp, so that's some old nigga shit. I can't even eat shrimp no more. Craziness. But shout out to everybody who's supporting. I've been pushing this more on IG, like just adding people on the page, just so like when I put up this week's clips, they'll be familiar. Cause I posted like I posted when I post on shit, y'all getting the double time. I don't care how much y'all see it. I want y'all to see it and I want y'all to, you feel me? Don't ignore it. Keep looking, keep tapping, share it, you feel me? Comment, keep giving me suggestions. Uh to everybody who I talk to on a daily on IG, like in my groups and my DMs. Send me stuff y'all think I should talk about. It's a lot of stuff I ain't talk about that I'm kind of trying to stay away from, and I ain't ready to talk about yet. Cause I'd rather talk about it when I have like a audience and they can like engage with me, ask me questions, challenge maybe my train of thought, and I can challenge theirs. But right now it's just fun stuff. You already know it's gonna be later. Sports all day. I mean, I gave y'all a little sports today with the fights and stuff, but that ain't. I ain't talk about my Knicks and how we 2-0 and you feel me, the little Emirates Cup joint. I ain't talk about my Bengals in a minute since we lost last Thursday. So don't worry, my jersey will be on later. I gotta go get some Jesus in me. I ain't been to church because I've been working on Sundays. So now that I'm off, I can go to church. I said I want to get to the gym later, maybe for like 30 minutes, just to you feel me, get myself because I'm out of shape now, and I gotta start eating right again. Like this week, I ain't been eating good. I've been eating out more, so just went grocery shopping yesterday. So hopefully I can whip up some things. So I bought some lamb chops. That's what I want to say. So I bought some lamb chops, and I don't even know how to make lamb chops, but we gonna try it today. I wonder if I could put them on the grill because they might go on it today. Yeah. So we'll give you an update on that later. I might have a picture to show y'all on how good my lamb chops about to be. Last time I had lamb chops, I was young, and it was like them little ones. So I got the big joints. Like they look like pork chops, but I'm sure they gonna shrink. So we'll see. We'll see how that go. But shout out to everybody, like I said, for supporting. Keep supporting. Keep liking it. Keep sharing it. Cause I ain't going nowhere no time soon. So peace out.